So today we're going to tackle all about lesson or topic 11.1 about ethics, social responsibility, and globalization. So next slide will be. So what is engineering ethics? This means it is a field of applied ethics which examines and sets standards for engineers' obligations to the public, their clients, employers, and the profession. Also, engineering does not have a single uniform system or standard of ethical conduct across the entire profession. Then, ethical approaches vary somewhat by discipline and jurisdiction, but are most influenced by whether the engineers are independently providing professional services to clients or the public if employed in government service. Lastly, the latter, working as engineers in the industry, are governed by various laws, including whistleblowing and product liability laws, and often rely on principles of business ethics rather than engineering ethics. This means that ang kanisyang engineering ethics kay branch siya sa engineering concerned with the moral responsibilities of engineers, meaning the principles that guide how they design, build, and maintain systems that affect people, society, and the environment. So, ganun man siya, matter man siya. So, engineering decisions can have wide, sometimes irreversible consequences, or think bridges, medical devices, software systems, or energy infrastructure. Ethical practice helps ensure first, public safety and well-being, environmental protection, fairness and honesty, and accountability for outcomes. Next, so there are six core principles of engineering ethics. First is hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public. Next is perform services only in areas of their competence. Third, issue public statements in an objective and truthful manner. Fourth, act for each employer or client as faithful agents or trustees. Fifth is avoid deceptive acts, and lastly, conduct themselves honorably and responsibly. So, first, they have meanings. So, the first one is ang iyahang hold paramount account. Hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public. Meaning, this is the foundational rule of engineering ethics. If an engineering judgment is overruled in a way that endangers life or property, the engineer has a duty to report it, meaning often leading to whistleblowing. So, muna siya ang kanang protect the health, safety, and welfare of the public above all else. Next is perform services only in areas of their competence. So, meaning engineers should not sign off on plans or documents dealing with a subject matter in which they lack competence or experience. So, work only within your area or expertise and keep your skills up to date para dili magka unsa or walay mga conflicts sa imong gihimo. Next is issue public statements in an objective and truthful manner, meaning technical reports, expert testimony, and public statements must be completely honest, objective, and include all relevant context. So, meaning we should be truthful about data, risk, and limitations, no falsifying results or hiding flaws. Next, act for each employer or client as faithful agents or trustees. Engineers must avoid conflicts of interest, maintain confidentiality, and faithfully execute their professional duties. So, mani siya ang kanisyang responsibility na to or kanang para di ta magka unsa or magka kanang walay mga false nga mga statements nga mahitabo or mga conflicts or dangers nga mahitabo. So mo naging ko na to nga kanang we should be faithful para walay kanang sa dili ta makakuan og mga discrimination, and mo ba siya magkuan, we should be respectful also sa atong mga clients ug sa atong users. So next is avoid deceptive acts, falsifying credentials, misrepresenting project capabilities, or participating in bribery and corruption is strictly prohibited. So muna siyang gikuhanin yung muna siyang ato dapat mga likyon kay para dili magkaunsa-unsa atong ipangkuhan nga projects ug kanang dili na corrupt. So lastly is conduct themselves honorably and responsibly. So engineers must enhance the honor or reputation on usefulness of the profession. So the triple bottom line and modern ethics, meaning modern engineering ethics has expanded beyond immediate public safety to include broader societal and environmental impacts. This is frequently conceptualized through the triple bottom line or TBL, which requires engineers to balance three competing dimensions. So sustainability, you have three, people or social, second planet or ecological, and lastly profit or economic. So first is people or social equity, ensuring technology does not exploit labor, worsen wealth gaps, or negatively impact communities. So meaning this pillar focuses on corporate social responsibility or CSR and human rights. It evaluates how an organization impacts all stakeholders, including fair wages for employees, safe working conditions, diverse hiring practices, and positive community engagement. Next is planet or environmental protection, designing for sustainability, minimizing carbon footprints, reducing waste, and considering the entire life cycle of a product. Meaning this measures an organization's ecological footprint. It holds businesses ethically accountable for minimizing waste, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and conserving natural resources to prevent long-term environmental degradation. Next is profit or economic viability, ensuring projects are financially feasible and ethical in their market competition without cutting corners on safety. So this means the traditional bottom line in modern ethics. This goes beyond raw revenue to ensure fair financial practices, then ethical supply chains, and genuine economic value return to the broader community. So there are, I think, three historical case studies ako na search. So first is this means the development of engineering ethics is heavily informed by real world failures where ethical lapses lead to catastrophe. So first is the Challenger, the space shuttle disaster in 1986. It was actually on January 28, 1986. So the space shuttle's Challenger broke apart 73 seconds into its flight, killing all 7 crew members. The spacecraft disintegrated about 46,000 feet above the Atlantic Ocean, off coast of Cape Canaveral, Florida, at around 4:39 in US time. So this means the issue was NASA launched the Challenger despite warnings from engineers at Morton Thiokol, or the contractor, at the O-ring seals could fail in cold temperatures. So next is the ethical breach management, pressured engineers to take off their engineering hats and put on their management hats, prioritizing launch schedules and political optics over technical data and safety. The shuttle exploded 73 seconds into this flight. That's what I said earlier. The next is the Hyatt Regency walkway collapse in 1981. So it was about on July 17, 1981, two overhead walkways in the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Kansas City, Missouri collapsed, killing around 114 people and injuring 216. So loaded with party goers, the concrete and glass platforms crashed onto a tea dance in the lobby. So man siya. The ethical breach anemia is the engineering firm approved the fabricator's flawed design changes over the phone without performing the necessary structural calculations. The engineer's licenses were revoked for gross negligence. The next is the Volkswagen emission scandal in 2015. So the issue was software engineers programmed turbocharged direct injection or TDI diesel engines to activate emissions controls only during laboratory testing. In real world driving, the cars emitted nitrogen oxide up to 40 times above legal limits. So kana man siya ang kadtong about sa iyang sa diesel was kuan sa kanang ang gitawag ani niya sa una is Dieselgate or Emissions Gate began in September 2015. And in the United States, Environmental Protection Agency issued a notice of violation of the Clear Air Act to German automaker Volkswagen Group. So, ang iyang ethical breach is engineers knowingly designed a defeat device to deceive the regulatory agencies, violating the core tenets of honesty and environmental responsibility. The next is the emerging ethical frontiers, meaning as technology evolves, engineers face entirely new ethical gray areas that traditional codes don't fully cover. So there are three. So first is artificial intelligence and autonomous systems. Who is liable when a self-driving car causes a fatal accident? How do software engineers ensure machine learning models don't perpetuate racial or socio-economic bias? Next is data privacy and surveillance. Engineers building mass data collection infrastructure must weigh the utility of big data against the fundamental human right to privacy. Then lastly is bioengineering and CRISPR. The ability to edit the human genome or create synthetic life forms forces biomedical engineers to grapple with deep moral questions regarding human enhancement and unintended ecological consequences. So that would be all. Thank you.
About 11.2, which is CSR and sustainability in engineering ethics, social responsibility, and globalization. What is CSR? CSR is corporate social responsibility, means companies act ethically and contribute to society. It balances profit with environmental and social concerns. Engineering firms use CSR to create sustainable and responsible projects. So, what is the importance of CSR engineering? It promotes public safety and welfare, protects the environment and natural resources, builds trust between companies and communities, encourages ethical decision making. So, sustainability in engineering. Sustainability focuses on meeting present needs without harming future generations. Engineering engineers designs projects that reduce waste and save energy. Examples include green buildings, renewable energy, and water conservation. So these are the examples of CSR practices. Using eco-friendly construction materials from plastic waste, we recycle them, and it reduces pollution and carbon emissions. Then supporting local communities through outreach programs, and it provides fair and safe working conditions. Benefits of CSR and sustainability. It improves company reputation, reduces environmental damage, increases long-term profitability, and helps comply with global standards and regulations. Challenges of CSR. High implementation costs, balancing profit and sustainability goals, need for continuous innovation and monitoring. So in conclusion, CSR and sustainability are essential in modern engineering. Responsible engineers create positive impact on society and the environment. Ethical and sustainable practices lead to long-term success. And that's all.